Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this. This is LK's Wrestling Reviews. This is WWE's SmackDown Review. This is KocoSports WWE SmackDown Live Review for August the 24th, 2016. If you're listening to this live, firstly, thank you for watching live. Secondly, put in the comments section, was this show a win? Was the show a loss? Or was this show a tie? Me personally, myself, I'm going to give the show a win. Apologies for lack of me over this SummerSlam weekend. However, real life sometimes does kick you in the little booty. And it did me indeed. But I'm back here with a SmackDown Live review. Time to play catch-up. So here we are. SmackDown Live, 24th August 2016. Our commentators are JBL, Mauro Ranallo, who is the god of commentary, as well as David Otunga, who, bless him, he tries, doesn't he? Bless him, he tries. So we start off the show backstage with AJ Styles bragging about beating John Cena at SummerSlam in front of basically bit of the SmackDown locker room. You had Apollo Creed, Jesus H. Christ, and the Popsicle script. Apollo Crews, Baron Corbin, Rhino, and Ziggler, who sat on a chair. Basically, AJ takes the piss out of Ziggler, calling him a loser. Ziggler just snaps and just beats on AJ until wrestlers and referees come and separate them. I like this a lot. We then went to the SmackDown intro and Pyro. Well, we didn't get Pyro. We went to the SmackDown intro, and I love that theme song. I absolutely love that theme song. Is so good. It's a rarity that a song for a wrestling show gets downloaded onto my phone. I actually downloaded this song onto my phone because it is that damn good. We really love the intro. We start with Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon coming out. All the SmackDown wrestlers, well, when I mean all, I mean the tag teams and the women. They're in the ring. Bryan announces a six-pack women's match at Backlash for he calls it the SmackDown Women's Championship. I don't know if that's going to be the name of it. Like, for real, like, this is the SmackDown Women's, because then surely if Raw has the WWE Women's Championship, if SmackDown has the SmackDown Women's Championship, then doesn't that in theory make Charlotte the champion of SmackDown because she's the WWE and Raw comes under the WWE umbrella, SmackDown Live comes under the WWE umbrella? Unless they go, here is your Raw Women's Champion, your Raw Tag Team Champions, that makes sense. I just think they should have gone down the Universal route. But my guess is because the Universal Championship was booed so heavily on Sunday that they're not going to go down the Universal route. That's my opinion on the take. I wish it was the Universal because, quite frankly, I hate the fact that it's called the SmackDown Women's Championship, because then why isn't the Intercontinental Championship called the SmackDown Intercontinental Championship? Why isn't the WWE Championship called the SmackDown World Championship? Why wasn't the Raw title called the Raw World Championship? Why wasn't the US Championship called the Raw United States Championship? You know, just things like that. I don't get it. I've come to the point now where I've kind of just given up. I've given up trying to understand what the fuck is going on with the WWE and their brain and their logic. Calling it logic is kind of offensive to people who actually have logic. So the way they think, there we are. The way they think baffles me big time. Anyway, so six-pack challenge for the SmackDown Women's Championship at Backlash. Shane then announces at Backlash they will crown the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Bryan says that there will be a tag team tournament starting tonight. He Slater comes out. He wants a contract in the Tag Team Championships. Bryan says if you find a partner tonight, next week you can be in this 8-team tournament. Shane says if he, that being Heath Slater, wins the whole tournament, he can get himself a contract for SmackDown Live. Yeah, to me, that's a good idea because not only now is there the story of crowning the first tag team champions, you have the story of Heath Slater trying to, find a partner, which is a nice thread for this show, and a reason to stay because, who's Heath Slater's partner going to be? Find out how. You have to watch this show in its entirety. Also, we now know it's 8 teams, and we know the finals at Backlash, so it gets you excited for Backlash. And then the women itself, you know that there's going to be a six-pack challenge for the first time ever, 6 women fighting for a championship. That could be good. I'm not sure, though. I mean, me personally, I prefer the SmackDown roster as a whole. I just prefer it. Some people think the Raw one beat them by a milestone. I think the SmackDown roster, in my opinion, and it is my opinion only, you could say, hey, fuck you, LK, you stupid tosser. This is what I think it is. But in my opinion, I'm a big fan of the SmackDown roster. Blah, blah, blah. AJ then comes out. He interrupts, cuts a promo, how he beat up John Cena. Ziggler attacks him from behind. The roster interrupts it. I like that a lot. It set the tone for the night. It announced things. It got you excited for Backlash. It got you excited to see what the fuck's going on now. between AJ Styles and Ziggler, which obviously led to the main event. I really loved how they built AJ Ziggler. I was a big fan all night, the thread. I was such a huge fan of how they built, and I like this way to kick off the show. Then we went to Alexa Bliss versus Becky Lynch. This was an okay match. It ends when Bliss went for this kind of wheelbarrow Mexican style arm drag, but Lynch held on and got the what is it called, disarmer, as I have here in my notes, disarmer to get the win. Star and a half kind of match. Nothing like, it wasn't insultingly bad. It was just okay, it kicked off the show. I mean, I wouldn't advise you to watch it personally. I really wouldn't say, hey, you have to watch this Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss match. But I wouldn't even say, even if you had time, watch it. It's kind of those, yeah, don't watch it. Probably the worst match of the night. Sorry, women. Still yet to see a great Becky Lynch match. There you are. I've been saying this for weeks now. Can someone please answer me, when was the last time, minus WrestleMania, Becky Lynch had a good wrestling match? It didn't happen. Period. End of story. We go backstage where he's trying to get a partner, and Miz is there, and he's talking like as if he's going to be Heath Slater's tag team partner, but he does his hood down. He's got this Bluetooth gimmick in his ear, and he's actually talking to Jeff Spielberg, whatever the fuck the guy's name is, the legend who created the legendary film franchise known as Jurassic Park, and he says he's going to be the new Indiana Jones. And I'm thinking, okay, whatever rocks your boat. I'm just, thought it's funny, and then Slater looks very disappointed, and it's creating sympathy for Slater because they're going to go down this babyface route, and I think this could tell a great story. The crowd are actually red hot for Heath Slater. There was a "We Want Heath" chant at Raw the night prior to this, and I actually like this. I'm a huge fan of this, and I fucking hope Heath Slater and obviously, in case spoiler alert, Rhino is his tag partner. I hope Heath Slater and Rhino do become the tag champs. Speaking of that, we have the first quarterfinal for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship tournament. The Usos versus the Ascension. For the first 5 minutes, the Ascension are in complete control. Uso gets the hot tag. They hit their usual shit that they hit every single fucking time. Hot tag, jumping clothesline, docker clothesline, Samoan drop. The wrestler goes in the corner. Uso, running fucking shitty Rikishi tribute thing in the corner. They roll to the outside. Running suicide dive from one of them. The other hits a super kick, tags back, splash off the top, gets the win. And that's pretty much how this match goes. I'm really not a fan of the Usos. However, the only reason I enjoyed this match is because of the fact I hate the Usos so damn much. I was a huge Ascension fan because I want the Ascension to beat the Usos, so I do not have to see the Usos in tag team action going forward in this tournament. However, the Usos won. I was pissed off, but guess what? It made me feel emotion, which is what a wrestling show should do. Nothing wrong with this. Star and a half. Jesus Christ, I've forgotten how much I truly despise the Usos. I would go as far as to say I prefer Roman Reigns to the Usos. That's how much I hate them. I think they're sacks of sorry, stupid shit. Awful. AJ Styles comes out. He's wearing Cena's armband. Okay, so he brags about beating Cena plus Ziggler being jealous. He also says he should be the number one contender for the WWE Championship. That's logical. Ziggler comes out, but referees kind of stop him. Referees and agents, it was Jamie Noble and Billy Kidman. They came out, they stopped him. Brian comes out and says if AJ wins tonight against Dolph Ziggler, he will get a one-on-one match with Dean Ambrose for the WWE Championship at Backlash. But if Ziggler wins, that match becomes a triple threat match at Backlash for the WWE Championship. This, ladies and gentlemen, did one thing. Made me sit on my seat throughout this show because I wanted to see who wins. Do you know why this happened? Because there's something on the line. There's a reason to care, and it's just who writ this show. Who writ this? If you're out there listening to this right now and you writ this show, please email me your PayPal account so I could put some damn money in there. Unreal, absolutely unbelievable, great stuff. Hooks to keep you there. What is this? Is this WWE from like 1998 or 99? Unbelievable, absolutely brilliant. And speaking of brilliant, okay, Nikki Bella comes out. It's Nikki Bella versus Carmella. I completely forgot Nikki Bella existed. And I'm actually pissed off at the fact that I now remember she does. Okay, she comes out. She starts to cut this promo with Renee Young in the ring. But Carmella attacks her from behind, hits her finisher, and just beats her until the refs come out. Then once the refs come out, she's like, oi, fuck off, refs. Gets back in the ring, hits the Bella Buster on Nikki Bella. Carmella, good heel turn. And it wasn't the best in execution. It really wasn't. We've seen that 19,000 times. But what I like is they've taken the wrestler out there who gets the least reaction. And out of the 6, or maybe 7 now, with Nikki Bella back, oh no, it'll be 6 once Eva Marie's back, 7. Out of the 7, she is the least over. Like, she gets 0 reaction when she comes out. So if you take the babyface who has the least reaction, turns them heel, that's going to get them a reaction so that when they eventually turn back babyface, their reaction will be much better than before. That's why people go heel. This is why I'm befounded why Roman Reigns hasn't turned heel yet. Because if Roman Reigns turns heel, then comes back as a babyface, he might actually be over. Now, some say he's over because, listen, there's noise. There's over, and then there's just being over out of hatred. Like, Eva Marie is not over. Apologize to Rick Rude, Eva Marie, for your heel heat. Absolute joke. But Carmella, you might be my new favorite wrestler of all time. You attacked Nikki Bella from out of nowhere. You're my new favorite. New favorite. Speaking of favorite, my boy, my lover. If you build a sports entertainer from the ground up, you get Randy Orton. He comes out. Thunderous pop because he's over. JBL does an absolutely magnificent job just putting over Orton, protecting him as such after his loss to Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. Now, I haven't been on the SummerSlam review because I was basically, I fell asleep at halfway through. I fell asleep during the 6 women's tag because obviously you guys got to remember that's 3 a.m. UK time. So I fell asleep and then I watched the next day. And I utterly loved the finish to Orton Lesnar. And also, I've had this argument with this guy from work, and it took about an hour of work, so I got paid near enough £7 to just do fucking nothing and talk about pro wrestling. That's what I'm talking about. Now, I was there and talked about, his excuse was it was a shit finish. Mine was, it protects Orton. You know, Orton's going to be there on Tuesday. He's going to be there the Tuesday after. He's going to be there the next 3 pay-per-views. Brock's fucking off. You're making Brock look like a monster while keeping Orton looking strong. The reason Orton lost wasn't because he got beaten. It wasn't because he got pinned cleanly. It wasn't because he was out-wrestled. It was because Lesnar got an elbow to the head because he's illegal, because he's a nasty bastard, and Orton bled. And that puts, not only does it put, you know, anger or hatred towards Lesnar, if you're an Orton fan, which is the majority of people, that's a lie, actually. If you're just a casual fan, you love Orton, and if you're me, you love Orton for some really strange reason. I think I might be the only person on the planet who does. If you build a sports entertainer from the ground up, Michael, you get Randy Orton, sorry. And did any of you I rewound it at SummerSlam when he went up to Turnbuckle and posed. Anyway, back to the original point of view, stupid bastard. I was there, and I was there, I wish. Orton now only gets sympathy. You sympathize to the guy like, oh, mate, you got your fucking head bashed in by that nasty piece of shit Lesnar. Sympathy, you know? He's now in a feud. Well, I'll run down who he's in a feud with. So Orton says he is annoyed how the match ended, and then Bray Wyatt interrupts him. By the way, Randy Orton is wearing this beautiful coat, and it's like a jacket. It's like a fleecy thing, but it's got no sleeves. If anyone could find me a link to buy this from the English store, I would be very thankful to them. So I went on Euro Shop because I thought, you know what, I love Randy Orton. Now, I like wearing the tops that, you know, on shows, what they call? They're called tank tops in America. They're called tank tops. I think they're very comfortable. I have an AJ Styles one. I have a Randy Orton, the grey RKO one, because they're on special offer on Euro Shop for only 30% off. Okay, so I thought, you know what, fuck it, I want to come in and sneaky buy a few of these. I find them really comfortable. You can go to sleep in them. You can lie around in them. You can go to the gym in them. You can go for a run in them. You can play football in them. That's soccer. Like, you can do anything in these things. And you look like a beast. Anyway, digressing. I've digressed. Bray Wyatt. Wyatt cuts a promo, reminding Orton he is still a man and that Wyatt is a god and he can never die. Orton then basically eggs him on to bring it, but the lights go out. There's no Wyatt there, and the rocking chair is well, it's rocking. You know, that's what rocking chairs do. And I, for one, I'm a big fan of this Orton Wyatt feud. I mean, if you look at Backlash, now, spoiler alert, AJ Styles beats Dolph Ziggler in the main event. In case you're watching in parts, I'm sorry. I just spoiled your life. I do apologize. But most of you have already watched SmackDown Live, which is good. So AJ Styles beats Ziggler. So at Backlash, we have the final for the tag titles. We have the 6 women's match, which could be interesting because I've never seen a multi-women's match that large before. Not only that, you have Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt, which the promos leading up to it could be great. They could do this awesome thing where Randy Orton is in the corner. He does that thing when he's in the corner and he twists and he starts thumping the canvas. Imagine him thumping the canvas and Bray Wyatt doing his reverse Spider-Man. where he's up like a spider, like looking, and then they lock eyes, and the camera gets both of them looking eyes. I think that could be a fucking great moment. I'll be disappointed if that doesn't happen. And I think the match could be okay. Bray Wyatt will hopefully get the win, but it's Bray Wyatt. It's pay-per-view. Orton's going to get the win, but I want Randy Orton to win because Randy Orton should never lose. He should be a 79-time world champion because I love Randy Orton more than a straight man should. Also, you got AJ versus who have you got? You got AJ versus Ambrose, which feels like a world challenge match. It really does. I'm really looking forward to that. You got what Ziggler going to be doing? You have Orton, Bray Wyatt. So that's 4 matches already. Ziggler, I wouldn't mind him becoming pissed off and then maybe having a program with one Mr. Apollo Crews. If Apollo Crews is doing nothing right now, let's elevate Apollo Crews. I think that could be interesting. Or you could have Ziggler bring out a tag team partner in this tag team tournament because there was 6 teams in the ring. SmackDown Live has 6 teams, but this is a 8-team tournament because obviously Heath Slater and Rhino is the 7th team. Who's the 8th team? Maybe we get Dolph Ziggler and someone. Who that someone could be, I have no freaking idea. Maybe Coco could have stumped the idiot in that or whatever, but I actually don't know. But Ziggler might not even be in the tag team tournament, so that's just me going off on a little tangent. We have a backstage segment where Shane says, basically, here's a soundbite for you. This thing with Brock Lesnar is far from over. So you have Shane McMahon basically saying this thing with Brock is far from over. Brock got fined $500 by Stephanie McMahon for F5ing the GM or the commissioner or the fucking cocksucking lover of SmackDown Live and Shane McMahon. Sorry, there's so many titles for these. The COOs, principal owner, GMs, commissioners, cocksuckers, anal lovers. I get bloody confused with all these bloody fancy-pantsy business words. Says the guy who got 3 A-star A-levels in business. Absolute joke. What's going on with me today? I had one too many Red Bulls. Me thinks. Backstage, Heath Slater tries to get Arn Anderson to be his tag team partner, but Arn Anderson refuses. Slater's sitting in a chair looking all heartbroken. When Rhino comes in, he says he'll do it. Just got a pop from the crowd. And I'm actually, I think this could be a great story. Rhino, going for the state of Michigan, whatever he's going for. I know he's going for something in Michigan. I can't remember what it is. American politics goes straight over my head. I don't want any piece of brain space in my brain taken by American politics. Quite frankly, I don't want any piece of my brain taken for English politics, and I live in this damn country. Politics is dirty, dirty, dirty. It is revolting. But as a whole, I think that this was very good. I think Heath Slater getting to the final could be great. But the question is, will he win next week? And more importantly, who will he be facing? I hope they don't reveal this and make it like the Revival, or make it Gargano and Ciampa. Oh, Gargano and Ciampa have got to win the NXT tag titles first. But anyway, looking forward to that. Nicely executed 2 backstage segments. Backstage segments that have me fucking talking. This is what they didn't waste a single second of this show. Every single segment on this show mattered. It was important. It built to something else down the line. That little clip of Shane saying this thing with Brock Lesnar is far from over, they can use that in 8 to 10 months' time. Well, that's a bit too far over exact. In 5 to 7 months' time, in my opinion, they're going to do Brock Lesnar versus Shane McMahon. And if Shane loses, he will no longer be the commissioner of SmackDown. Shane McMahon leaves. He then has a farewell on Raw the next night. And then Shane, thank you so much for a year. We'll catch your ass down the line. That's what I'm expecting. So we continue this tournament for the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. We had Breezango versus American Alpha. Fandango during this match hit a lovely clothesline where Gable bumped really badly on his head. Gable was a face in peril, and I love when he gets the hot tag and Jordan comes in, hits suplex, really explosive, really love him. Big fan of Jordan. Breeze hits a Hurricane Runner pin sequence for 2, good near fall. Breeze hit the Supermodel kick for 2 for a great near fall, and then American Alpha hit the Grand Altitude to get the win. Really good tag match, 2.5-star kind of match. I would recommend you watching this, to be perfectly honest, if you're a fan of tag team wrestling. I thought this, at one point I thought this was going to be the match of the night, because obviously it's only a TV show and the wrestling doesn't really matter in my opinion. When it comes to weekly episodic television shows, I care about the stories. I care about what direction we're going in, what build we're going into the pay-per-view. Then the pay-per-view is when the wrestling matters. But because this is a tournament, I do believe that the matches do mean a little bit more. Speaking of matches being awesome, we move straight on to our main event as you have Dolph Ziggler versus AJ Styles. If Ziggler wins, he's added to the Dean Ambrose versus AJ Styles WWE World Heavyweight Championship match. And also, this is what I like. There is meaning to this match. It's not, hey, look, we're wrestling for wrestling's sake. Every single match on this show had a purpose on the show. There was a reason why I was on the show. I'm talking so positively about this show. I don't know what's going on. SmackDown Live is my favorite brand. Fucking come out here with a fucking blue SmackDown Live shirt. Absolutely brilliant. Whoever is writing this stuff, carry on. I am more excited for Backlash than I was freaking SummerSlam. Okay, and that was a great lineup. That was just too long. That was far, far too long. This was very, very good to brilliant. This was a win for me. Like, literally, and I'm going to get down to this match because it's a very good match. Dean Ambrose is on commentary. AJ Styles hit a nice neck break on the apron. Ziggler hits a famous for 2 for a good near fall. AJ misses a springboard 450, and then Ziggler hits a DDT for 2. Mauro Ranallo at this point is screaming on commentary, and I've forgotten how damn impressive he is on commentary. Like, he really is magnificent and very good at his job. Like, for real, he's good at his job. This is awesome. There's awesome chant, which absolutely made me cringe. Ziggler hits one of the best zigzags he's ever hit, and I think because of the height of AJ, that when he hit it, it actually looked like he hit it, and B, the way AJ sold it was absolutely magnificent, and that was a fucking near full. Thunderous like ovation here, really good crowd reaction. Styles then hits a low blow by kicking the rope into Ziggler's dick, and then hits the Stars Clash to get the win. Great match. They kind of slightly protected Ziggler here because the only way he lost was because of the fact that AJ used cheating, even though he's a heel, so it makes sense. Cheated to win by kicking him in the cock. Oh, I'm such a fan of like this show in general, and this made sense. I didn't want a triple threat. I wanted a one-on-one, old school feel world championship. The clear-cut babyface and Dean Ambrose versus the clear-cut heel and AJ Styles. I am looking forward to that match. Really, they had an awesome stare down to close the show with Ambrose and AJ Styles. It was breathtakingly awesome. And right now, I prefer SmackDown. I would even say this. This was the show. This could be one of the best WWE television shows that they've produced in some time. The last time a show was this good, I'd say, was the first Raw post-draft. I thought that was a great show. But this, to me, it was the perfect length. Every single segment meant something. It was important. You had to watch. Whether it's the tag team tournament, you want to know who advances. Whether it's Randy Orton with Bray Wyatt. Whether it was the Ziggler AJ brawling all night to the point where they need to, and you want to watch them fight, and then they fight not only because they hate each other, but because they want that WWE World Championship match. That was brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to get to live comments, so it'll now be loosey-goosey. So if you're out there and you're like, oh, I like professional shit, I'm sorry, I'm now going to get loosey-goosey-poosey. 1 like, 0 dislikes, thank you very much. And thank you everyone who's left live comments, really do appreciate it. Robbo87, who's becoming a regular live commenter, thank you very much. Do you think Finn should have different entrance music when he's dressed normal? Yes, 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 yes. Finn Balor, ladies and gentlemen, when he hears the demon, he should be completely different, like he's a different character. He should have different moves, different mannerisms, different ways of selling. Finn Balor is that good that he could do that. Like, even if he just mixes it up, like different ways of moving his body, I think could help. But I'm guessing he's in such a routine and a regular way of doing things, that might be a bit difficult. But yeah, great question. That's just my feel on it. Because it takes him forever to get to the ring, who's your favorite wrestler out of any company? That's Robbo87. Oh, that's a tough one. If I have so many different favorites, just depending on what mood I'm in and what show I'm watching. I think I have a favorite of each style. Like Zack Sabre Jr. is my favorite technical wrestler. I was a huge Benoit fan, but then what happened, I don't really want to talk about it on the show because Coco will kick me off the channel. I don't know. Of all time, Benoit is up there in the top 5. Zack Sabre Jr. is up there in the top 5. I like Okada, not as much as Coco, but I like Okada. I love Randy Orton. I love AJ Styles. I'd say AJ Styles right now is my favorite wrestler on the planet. Randy Orton's my favorite sports entertainer. And they're both on. This roster is my roster that I love. You have Dean Ambrose, AJ Styles, Dolph Ziggler, Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt. Heck, they're even on the fucking photo in front of you. When I look at that graphic that I made, and then I look at the graphic I made for Raw, I'm like, guys, I much prefer SmackDown. Like, I was looking at it thinking, fuck me, I actually prefer SmackDown an awful lot. But great question. Bray Wyatt will lose another feud. That sucks. That's from Javier Urmas. Sorry if I slaughtered your name, yeah, more than likely, but who knows? The way this show was written, I wouldn't be surprised if Bray Wyatt did actually win, because it seems like Vince doesn't have his hands on this. Really good stuff. I would laugh if everybody went on strike to get Brock punished. That'd be funny, but Brock won't get punished because you Brock fucking Lesnar. Ole Samuel, have you seen the Brian Miz promo from Smack Talk? Oh my god, yes. Yes, I have. And Robbo says he made Brian look like a little bitch. I love that segment. That was from Robbo87. That's his opinion on Smack Talk. I didn't watch Smack Talk, but I saw the promo itself on the YouTube channel from W. And I saw it. And I tell you what, Miz, you have a fucking great point. Like, he cut a promo that was from the fucking heart. I want to see that out of guys. You could see that every fucking word that came out of Miz's mouth, he said it with passion and venom and anger. And it was brilliant to watch. That was him speaking because it was him. That was mag-fucking-nificent. And then the end, cutting the promo about making the IC title the most important. Fuck the WWE title. Fuck every title. This is the title that matters. That is what every single fucking wrestler should be. Period. If you're Rusev, they're going out there saying he is the greatest UFC champion of all time. He is the champion of Raw. That I like. Elevate these mid-card titles so that we can make more stars. It's just simple. It's always worked. And why not? Don't change things that don't need to be changed. Let's use the mid-card titles to make people great, not fucking Darren Young. Honestly, absolute mag. I loved that Talking Smack program. That was written by the same people who wrote this show. They deserve so many Dave Coco and Barry Horowitzes that it's not even funny. Absolutely amazing stuff. Great episode of SmackDown Live. Enjoyable talking smack for the bits I've seen anyway. And then Carmella attacking Nikki Bella again. So not only do you want to see it to see who gets crowned the first ever SmackDown Live Women's Champion, but you want to see Nikki Bella get her hands on Carmella, or Carmella continue to attack Nikki Bella. Becky Lynch, you want to see if she can do it? Natalya, can she win it? Can Naomi win her first championship? Can Alexa Bliss hang with these girls? So much going on in this SmackDown show because everything is done right. Everyone is used properly. Their strengths are being taken into consideration. Their weaknesses were heard. Randy Orton cannot go out there and cut a 10-minute promo, can he? So they didn't. They didn't. They played to his strengths, which are cutting short, sweet promos. Boom. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That's what I'm damn talking about. And it's about damn time. Honestly, absolutely superb. Thank you, everyone who left a live comment. If you're listening to this post-live, thank you very much for watching, and please put a comment on your opinion on SmackDown Live. For me personally, it was a win, and probably one of the best shows of the year for SmackDown anyway, and for Raw, the weekly television shows. Tonight, it'll be an NXT review, either 1 hour after NXT airs or after NXT airs, so just check the channel. Make sure you hit the like, make sure you hit the leave a comment, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you're listening on your mobile device, if you click the bell next to the subscribe button that you've already clicked, because you're lovely people, it will tell you immediately when we are going live. By Dave Coco's book, so that Coco could be on the show a lot more. It's been a pleasure chatting with you for 30 plus minutes. Also, check out on the links below. I have my own YouTube channel now where I'm playing. I played Formula 1 earlier on. I played W2K16. I did Randy Orton versus Brock Lesnar, and a shocking conclusion where I actually lost the match. Also, Formula 1 2015, it was 0.0080 seconds was the final. Ewok from Endor, a magnificent member of the Internet Infantry, said that was an insanely close finish. Also, I've done WWE in 1999 up there, so go check that out. Subscribe over there. Subscribe to my friend Rantin. Come back for live NXT review tonight. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Really do mean that. Stay safe, stay well, because it's an absolutely fucked up world out there. If you're listening from Italy, condolences over there. Everywhere around the world, thank you for watching. This has been your host, LK, and I'll be damn sure catching all of your asses down that goddamn line.